Girls. Bring it up. Can't think of it. Hey. XOM. XOM. Do you know the choreo to this song?
Wait. No, I forgot. wait, whoa. Suddenly I can't even see it. Except for the
Don't they like do a little?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's like near the that's not the first thing they do though.
Is it?
It's like oodadang.
Is that part of it? What is this part?
I think. No, oodadang. There we go.
Oh, okay.
My gosh. And then they do that, and then they go. I don't even know.
Oh my god.
I think it's like this one first, and then they go like this. That one where they. Well, no, it's not. That's not that part. It's like the udon.
Oh, okay.
Is that I just can't see what that part is.
Yeah.
It's not even ringing a bell.
Dang. This is what they want to happen. They want us to forget.
It's been 10 years.
The facts.
More than 10 years.
How dare you? How dare you ever say that?
It's been 11 years.
Wait, it might have been more. Wait,
no,
that
it's
was
like
2013. Yeah. Okay,
In
I was
May.
thinking when they debuted. Damn. Where has my youth gone? Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to the Sleepy Idol, a little bar on 34th and Crenshaw where you can relax, sit back, and talk K-pop with your friends. Thank you guys, as always, for coming and hanging out. Okay. Do I sound different? Does my audio sound different?
I don't think it sounds different than earlier.
Okay. I meant to make sure my audio was coming from my headphones and not the iPad, because I noticed, last week, when I stand this far away, you can't really see me, and my hands are ashy also. So I was like trying to I meant to do that. Well, if you guys are having any audio technical difficulties, let us know. Hello, Andre. Hello, Leanne. Best mods. So just as like a rundown for this episode, it will be like a tiny bit different, a tiny miniature bit different. It's going to be a full open bar episode. So we have left the docket up to you guys and the different things you want to talk about this episode, or just in general. Like, we don't really have a set story we want to talk about. But with that said, because we've already been talking about this a bit, I feel like maybe we should rehash the Minhee Jin stuff and the hot, because I feel like I'll allow us 5 minutes to talk about, because you said that you feel like it's gonna be quiet until there's an actual legal.
30 is when the results of the application for injunction. I don't even know what that injunction. Minhee Jin filed a lawsuit for a temporary injunction to ban HYBE from exercising its voting rights, to terminate her. So the results come out, I guess, today for them.
Today or tomorrow? Oh, today.
30th.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll see if our girl Minhee Jin is going to pull through. I mean, what would that exactly do, I guess?
I think it stops them from firing her. So.
Okay. So what can she do in the interim?
Wait.
That seems miserable. That would give me a lot of anxiety.
I mean, this whole thing would already have me having anxiety. That's probably why she showed up like that in a little hat. She was like, I can't. I didn't know they were gonna catch me like that. Like, whoa! My shaman friend just like, she told me they wouldn't find out. She literally told me. She read my palm.
It all goes back to the shaman. The shaman, instead of using all their shamanic energy to make sure BTS goes in the army, the shaman should have used the energy to prevent any of this from happening. See, you're
True.
focusing the shaman on the wrong things, Minheejin. Let me be the shaman, and then I can help the shaman do the correct
I was like, I
shamaning.
can't control the future. I can just tell you the future. So that
The way the shaman said in those back and forth texts, it made it seem like she was like, "Do you want me to get BTS?" Or the shaman was like, "Do you want me to get BTS in the army or not?" Like, make up your mind because I only have so much shamanic energy left. It was strange,
maybe
but
that's what
yeah.
happened. She used all of it on that, and now she's like, I have no energy left. It's gonna take me a couple of years to
I'm
like
sorry,
get
that
back
shaman
to
needs to
level.
retire. That is a bootleg shaman. I'm
It was like
sorry.
that's why she was like, do you want me to do this or not? Because honestly, I might die. This is hardcore shamanic like stuff. Like trust. It's hard for me.
Minhyujin, Minhyujin's like, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. It's like,
Now look at her. Shaman
well,
can't even help her now.
that's what I wanted to say because last week we talked about how it's very interesting because while initially, and I think maybe on the iFan side, question mark, it really does seem like people are pro hype, or there's a lot of hype fans that are like, take this girl down, and a lot of even like Lacera.
I think your sound cut out. Huh?
Hello, can you hear me
Oh no.
now?
Oh, now it's a different mic.
Okay.
I mean, you sound fine.
Is it the same mic?
No.
Okay, I'm tired. The shaman heard me and they were like, how about now?
It still sounds.
Okay,
What
ease
is
up a
that?
tad. It's the shaman, not the shaman's.
What is that?
Listen, shaman,
Not
I was just
the.
giving critiques. Okay. Where and why is it only on mine? Because this
Yeah,
is
like
a
what
mic
is it?
check. Susan, stop playing around. You're being
That's
childish now,
funny.
Susan. If you don't like me, Susan, say that with your chest.
Where does that
Um,
come from? Is that like?
I don't know because it's specifically here.
Is it an
We need to get to the bottom
iPad
of
thing?
this. I'm scared. No, definitely not. Because
Because I
I've
swear I've never seen that when you were like. At home.
it's giving hateration and I'm tired of it. Wait, so I ah
I mean, you
is it
sound
different?
fine.
Can you hear me though?
Yeah, you just
Okay,
sound
I'll turn.
different than what you sounded like before.
Is it more muffly or less muffly?
Less, I guess.
Uh, it's very confusing to know where the audio is coming from for some reason, even though it gives me two options.
Like, does it
Oh,
sound different now?
oh
Okay.
yeah, no wait, that definitely sounds better.
Okay, okay,
Maybe,
I'll keep it like this.
yeah, maybe this is the muffled one. I can't tell anymore. It sound, I don't know.
Well, the thing is, it's like one is muffled, but it will maintain like both of our voices. The other one is more
Uh,
clear, but it will like drown me out a lot of the time. That's what I
uh,
noticed when I was reviewing the thing. So I don't mind the muffled one because I want to be able that to make sure.
so this is a
Um,
muffled one, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, then it's mine. Okay, hopefully this doesn't sound crackheady. But what I wanted to say is that last time we talked about the fact that it seems like Korea or the general public is very pro Minhee Jin, and it seems like more on an international level does the opinion get a bit more divided, and it kind of seems like it's like Toki's versus everyone else, so New Jeans fans versus everyone else. But I was watching this TikTok, this guy uploaded, I guess when the whole thing kind of started, because it was early May, they uploaded it and he was talking about while a lot of people saw that press conference that Min Hee Jin did as like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, a lot of like the Korean general public could that watched it could like commiserate with the fact that she really sounded like um, a employee basically getting bulldozed or overpowered or taken advantage of by their boss, and he was basically explaining that a lot of people in the corporate Korean, world can kind of commiserate with that and have felt like that kind of thing. So a lot of them like sympathized or empathized, I don't know which one's which, with her, which made her this more sympathetic figure. And then there's also this kind of idea of like David and Goliath, where Hybe is seen as this big monopoly that's trying to bully this one lady and this small subsidiary into doing what they want to do. So that's why she's coming off as more sympathetic. I also personally think it's because people like New Jeans a lot too. So they kind of are tying them together and they feel like, oh, if something bad is happening to Minhee Jin, something bad is happening to New Jeans. So, but I just thought that was interesting because I definitely, maybe it's where I go, but I definitely see a more pro Hybe sentiment in a lot of the, well, it depends, but I see that more from where I look around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Andre says, I mean, I'm really just team New Jeans. That's fair.
Which I feel like is the right decision to be on, like the
Hmm.
side that you should be on. Because, like, I don't know, Hybe and Minheejin just seem like they both have like ulterior motives.
Hmm.
Like, I don't think they both have like New Jeans' best like well-being in mind. So I'm like, I don't really care for either side. I just care for like I guess the truth. Like I guess if she was conspiring to try and leave and all this, then I mean you reap what you sow. So like
Hmm.
stop trying to like get like New Jeans to do a petition and their parents to like send like stuff out to like plead their case and all that because it looks grimy. So
Hmm.
and then Hive
Yeah.
is just like I don't know what they're doing. They probably are doing stuff and you just can't see it. So because they have
Yeah,
no money and power.
I was gonna say I feel like they're probably, I don't know, because the thing is, I would have to go back and really reread how a lot of these articles came out and who was actually making the statements and things like that. But it seems like while Minhee Jin is trying to invoke the New Jeans sympathy, there's kind of like maybe like a hint of BTS sympathy with Hybe, but I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
that was directly them being like, well, BTS. But I know she had made that statement earlier saying that they had made up her saying that BTS, she said that BTS copied them or whatever, which I feel like if that was something from Hybe, that's pretty shady. But yeah, I feel like there's just like but the thing is, yeah, I guess in like from a legal sense, if Hyde felt that she was trying to stage a coup, they have the right to be like, no coup, girl. So
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot. I wish I was following it more closely. I will need to take like a weekend to really deep dive,
Someone
especially
needs to make
before
a video
this.
so I can just
I mean,
watch
there
it.
are a lot of videos. I'm just not
Like,
watching them for some reason.
but is it like, are they updated? That's the other thing.
That's
Like the other
true.
day, like my sister, somehow she missed the whole entire Kendrick versus Drake drama, and I was like,
Really.
how? But I was like trying to find TikToks to like give her like the like quick heads up of like what's going on,
Mhm.
and for some reason, like some of them were just not updated, and I was just like, I'll send these, but like I'm like, but other stuff did happen like after this, so it's like I don't know. I don't blame the people that made it, but I'm like, someone needs to update their TikToks each time it happens
You need to
and
delete
then
the
link
old
it.
ones. Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's the funny thing because I feel like video, especially shorts like TikTok and stuff like that, but even YouTube is like becoming like the king way to disseminate information because everyone wants to watch a video. But this is really where blogs shine because I know when I read Soompi and stuff like that, they can make amendments to the articles and things like that or
True.
add more stuff. And one of the things I know we hate Korea Boo, I forget why, but I know it's like disdained across like the whatever. But I feel like they're really eating with the way that they design their confusing ass website because they literally have a timeline of like the whole like what, and I think they do that a lot when something's like an ongoing issue. Like they have a timeline of the whole thing with all the articles that they ever released. Now, a lot of their articles are sensational, and it's like they'll have a separate article for like one part of the conference and then a
Yeah,
separate
I've
article. So
realized
that,
that. Because I
yeah,
remember I was
that
trying to
gets
find
really
something and I
confusing.
was like, where am I? When did this happen? Like, what is this?
Exactly. I'm like, okay, we don't need every single word she says doesn't need an article, but it is pretty good. And I think it's because they can like restructure links and things like that anytime there's
Yeah.
new information. So I feel like they did a really good job with like reporting it in that sense. But yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to see what like, comes out next. Cause it seems like I think the biggest question when this all started was people wondering how this was gonna affect New Jeans. And as you can see, I mean, to Bang PD's dismay, apparently Espa's kind of getting a little more shine on the charts. We'll see where that, ends.
Armageddon's
But
coming up. I just looked at it. It's number 9 on Melon. So
listen, her rise. But to be fair, okay, I'm not trying because the thing is, I thought Bubblegum and How Sweet were okay songs when I heard them both, and I still think they're okay songs. Like I think they're catchy, but I don't think they're the best thing that New Jeans made, and they didn't have like the I want to replay them right now like I did when I heard like ETA and Ditto. But like I'm trying to not let the fact that these are CF songs influence how I feel about them.
yeah,
But like
it's hard, especially in their dance performance version. Freaking, what's her name? I don't remember her name. What's the girl that
Minji?
looks like yeah, Minji. She like comes up with a freaking Coca-Cola like drink, and then they like she puts it down. Yeah, basically puts it down. They zoom in on it, like yes, looking beautiful. It was like, what the heck? Isn't this a dance performance?
The
Where are
Coca-Cola
they?
bottle has a dance break. Like it's like go Coke, go Coke.
The straw comes
Yeah.
out. Like,
Like,
no, shake it.
bring it around town. Yeah. It's just like I don't like it should not affect the song. So I actually like that Coca-Cola Magic that song a lot. I know a lot of people didn't like it. But now that I know, yeah, I liked it, especially the remix with I think his name is GID or something like that. Very good. But yeah, this is just now like it's I don't know, it's kind of screaming like I don't know, too much product placement.
Yeah. I like saw like something that was like pointing out like how many times they've done stuff that is like product placement, and I was like, I didn't realize this. I mean, I kind of did, but I forgot like ETA was like literally an iPhone.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh, then there's a
That's true.
Coca-Cola, these two, the Powerpuff Girls stuff. I was like, wow, huh? I guess they
Wait,
have been doing that.
was the Powerpuff Girls like was that an actual tie-in with the real Powerpuff Girls or
I
were they
think
just
so.
using this?
I don't think it was an
Interesting.
ad, but I think it was like a collaboration.
Interesting. Dang, they probably got their coin secured then
Yeah.
because those are huge companies. Good for them. Leanne says apparently a reporter asked Espa about the Bang PD text messages at the comeback press conference. Mass.
I mean, they're asking the questions that people want to know. So, like, also respect their boundaries.
As an Espa fan, you're like, don't do my girls like that. Did she say anything? Because that would be she'd be like, I'll let my dad. Winter's like, I'll let my dad handle this one.
Imagine he comes up, he's like, stop, keep my daughter's name out your mouth. They're like, whoa.
Stop. The celebrity of Espa or Winter's father. Listen, Tao's father could never.
Yeah, he's on here writing letters. I'm not showing his face.
Like to whom it may concern. But yeah, that is messy. But I've noticed like a lot of these reporters be kind of wilding out recently. Like I remember, what was it? I think it was like when Karam left Le Seraphim, they had mentioned it, and there was another Le Seraphim scandal, I think, where one of the reporters brought it up, but I forget what it was.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of out of pocket. I think they might have said something to Illit too.
Ooh. What does it feel
Maybe.
like to be told you can't sing? Like, imagine.
Out of control.
I'm like, whoa.
There was, I guess they were asked something during their comeback. Illit comeback reporter showcase. I forget what it was. And so,
Hey guys.
oopsies.
Hey guys.
Damn. Okay. I don't know. I was trying to get like a quick. Okay. I remember it being a thing though. It might have been that about their performance. Yeah. Oh no, it was okay, wait. I think it was that like they were trying to like talk about their comeback and people were criticizing them because it was like robotic or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aren't they like 10 years old?
I know. Yeah, we cannot
My mom
keep
told me.
exactly. Exactly. It is an interesting thing with K-pop though. Like I feel like it's this weird thing where like you have to straddle like because in my when I think of a K-pop group, and this is not trying to like mm, undervalue the value that the individual actual members in the K-pop group bring to a group, but I feel like it's safe to say, and with all like famous artists, it's both the actual members in the group and the people behind the scenes that make this group. Like there wouldn't be Illit without the creative directors, blah blah. There wouldn't be New Jeans without the creative directors, the music producers, blah blah. So it's really interesting when it's like people pick and choose when they want to criticize the company, the PR directors, blah, blah, versus when they want to criticize the people in the group, and then vice versa when they want to give praise. Like it's like if Red Velvet has a really good comeback that's clever, does it really make sense to praise them and not whoever was the creative director?
Mm-hmm.
Like you could praise like the vocals and things like that, but shouldn't we be like giving credit to the person who wrote the song, blah, blah, blah? Because if the song sucked, people would then go find those people and then be like, SM, what are you doing? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, like it's a
Yeah.
hard life. But like with Illit, it's like we're in that situation. It's like if they would have said clever stuff that was written by their company, people would have like, Queens. But because
Yeah.
it's dumb, they're like, okay, well, this is what their company, I don't know. They're also too, like you said. But yeah. Oh, okay. Andre, you also give a good example. I mean, I'd ask the same question a little. Kind of goes back to asking Ginny why she left NMIXX.
Yeah.
Well,
I totally asked. And if I didn't get a straight answer, I'd tell my other friends to be like, can you also ask until she gets tired? And then, I'm kidding. I would never ask her. But I
But I'd be
still
like,
want to
okay,
know.
my job is done here. You're not gonna answer my question. That's funny. Yeah, with Ginny though, we still don't know. Like we have no idea, right?
I feel like we don't.
Interesting. Very
I
strange.
feel like something happened.
Bat, like on which end?
I feel like she did something. And then JYP was like, we won't say anything if you just leave quietly. And she
That's
was
so
like, okay.
shady. That is so shady though, because I feel like that always works in the favor of the company.
Yeah.
I don't know.
True.
It's reminding me of Somi, where people are like, "Oh my God, Somi must have been caught smoking crack in the hotel." Like
I thought she
literally,
was just tired. She was like, Itzy. Oh no. No. That's the name of the group? Oh no, 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 no. I'm a
Stop.
soloist.
I think the Itzy versus Somi beef is the most interesting thing because I remember when Itzy came back. Because I don't know who debuted. Did Somi debut as a soloist or did Itzy debut first?
I'm pretty sure it was Itzy.
Okay, yeah, and they like had decent like reception. Everyone's like, "Well, Somi, I guess you missed out."
Yeah.
And then like Somi came out with Birthday, and people thought that sound was bad, and so like, "Well, Miss Samantha, you done goofed." And then when her music started to eat, people are like, and that's also kind of I feel like when maybe Itzy started to like not be as poppin'. People are like,
I still don't understand. I feel bad for Itzy because I feel like they're not a bad group. Same with like NMIXX. I'm like, not a bad group, but I'm like, why aren't they not as popular?
It's very weird. Well, the thing is with NMIXX, I feel like maybe it was just too avant-garde for people in the beginning. And then this happened to be just a very cutthroat generation, I feel. Like,
Yeah.
it's strange enough that somebody from a big three company can, like, take so long to kind of take off. But, like, even after they had, because wasn't that Dumb, Young, Dumb, Stupid, or what was it?
Isn't that what it's called? Is that not it?
That stupid seems so harsh. It cannot be stupid, for real. Let me look it up.
Isn't
Young,
that
Dumb?
stupid?
Stupid seems so mean.
Oh. I just know I didn't like that song. So I do know that it was like the first song before Love Me Like This, Love Me Like That, Love Me Like This.
Okay.
But it's Young
It is
Cupid?
Young, Dumb, Stupid.
It is stupid? Okay.
Okay. That was the first song I liked, but I think Let Me Like This was the one where people were like, oh? But then even after that, I feel like people are like, all right,
Mm.
you had your chance. And
I
people
don't know
don't
what
care that much.
happened.
I mean, oh my God, wait, never mind. They're like selling like 800K. None of their albums have sold less than 400K
Well,
in
they are
Korea.
still JYP.
That's true. Their last album almost sold 1 million copies. Or well,
What was their
70.
last song? Oh, I actually like Sonar.
Okay, we're
I
crying
like
over
this one.
spilt nothing here. Like they're
I mean, I just feel like they still aren't like they don't really have that imprint that other groups have.
that's
Like
true.
IVE and aespa or New Jeans. Like, well, I feel like they're not doing terrible. Like, I don't think it's possible for a JYP group to do terrible.
The hateration in this dancery. I'm sick. There we go. Ooh, okay. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just saying, I don't think it's possible for a JYP group to do that. So
That's true. Yeah, that's why I think it's just like, if you can, try to get into a big three, because even if you flop, you'll probably
still
walk
eating good.
away. Yeah, you'll probably walk away with some money. But that's kind of interesting you brought that up, because I was thinking kind of about that, because even with these numbers, like I would say, for example, Sistar was more relevant to the second gen than NMIX is to the fourth gen, but they never sold on over like 40K copies
Oh
of their
yeah.
album. So it's like, because I also think because K-pop is so global now, even if you're a group that's not doing like aespa and New Jeans levels, you could probably still
Be
fare
making
very
money.
well. Exactly. And I
Mhm.
saw this post on Panchoa a couple days ago, maybe it was like today, and they were talking about, do you think that this third and second and fourth gen idols, you know, when they're kind of past their prime, will fare better than the first and second gen? Was that maybe maybe it was different, asking a different question. Wait, let me try to see.
Not the thumbs up next to your face.
I'm done. All
Somebody
right,
was
thumbs
like,
down.
oh, it's there again. Is it when you
Where
put your
okay.
thumbs up? No. Oh.
Old lady rock. Like, what is this?
That's
scared.
hilarious.
I'm fearing for my life right now. I'm so scared. What the
That's
heck?
hilarious.
What was that? Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Oh! I've never done that in my life. What?
Does that work for me? I don't think so. I think it's. Is it not? It has to be like like an iPad thing. I don't know.
Oh my God. Is it? That's so strange.
That's hilarious.
I've never done that before, though.
I think the last time it happened, that's the only reason I was like, maybe it's when you do that because you did something that kind of looked like a thumbs up, and then it popped up.
Okay, I'm deactivating that because that is terrifying. I'm actually scared for my life now. Like those fireworks were actually really scary. I was like, what the heck?
It was intense for no reason, just for 2 thumbs up. It's like, what the heck?
Okay. I might be an iPad thing though, because I've never seen, or maybe it's a mobile thing? Question
Oh,
mark.
maybe.
Because I feel like it just sees when I'm on my iPad. It just sees it as a mobile thing. But what in the world? Okay. Panchora has uploaded 473 articles since I found this last article. Okay. Will third and fourth gen groups have better careers than their second gen counterparts? And the article reads, I'm a huge newer fourth gen stan, but I'm slowly getting more into older generations of third and second gen K-pop. But looking at how massive and popular fourth gen groups are nowadays, like New Jeans, LE SSERAFIM, aespa, etc., makes me think that what are the older gens up to, and what will the future hold for New Jeans, LE SSERAFIM, aespa, ITZY, etc. But when I look at older top groups like SNSD, 21, Sistar, Kara, it seems like outside some of the SNSD actresses, no one is really doing much. 2NE1 members like CL, Minzy, Pakbom, and Dara aren't really making any types of noise, which is crazy when you think about how big they were previously and as a crew. Same goes for Sistar. The most noise they made was when Hyorin went on Queendom 2, but it's not like that's really huge or anything. And they had a Sistar 19 come back, but honestly, I couldn't tell you what the title song was. Kara is also seen as another legendary group, but even their most popular members like Gyuri don't make any noise. And I honestly couldn't tell you where any of the other members are and what they are up to nowadays. Is there any reason why they completely fell off? Damn, this is kind of a hate thing. Fell off despite their popular heydays. Even most of their popular members aren't really making any noise individually. Third gen seems more relevant, but I can't tell if it's only because there's still more fans around and they are still recent enough that fans are paying more attention and there's more engagement on social media. Do you think similar things will happen to fourth gen groups about 5 to 7 years in the future?
Yes.
Thoughts? You think they'll fall off?
Some of them, yeah. I just think not everyone's gonna be a great soloist. There's only so much space. So only some of them are going to actually make it big, and some of them will just have a decent little career depending on what they want. And I feel like some people just will stop wanting to do idol stuff as much.
Yeah.
Because once they have their money and they've done their dues, they'll be like, well, I can do whatever I want. I can travel. Maybe I'll do this play. Maybe I'll do this album. I don't know. Like, just, I feel like since they'll have more freedom, they probably won't decide to just keep being an idol. At least not everyone will do that.
No, I definitely agree. Like this person who wrote this article, which they said they're a newer fourth gen stan, so I'm sure they were born in 2010. No, just kidding. But yeah, I feel like they do have to keep in mind like how many people are like, okay, this idol life is actually kind of miserable. So as soon as my contract's up and I've invested my coin or whatever, now not all of them maybe have like the whole I'm retiring because I have the money to. Maybe it's just I'm done. But yeah, a lot of them it's probably because they don't really want to do that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Like it is very taxing. Because there's definitely idols that could probably make a really popular comeback if they wanted to come back as a soloist, but they're like, go on Inkigayo again? No, thank you. Those sandwiches aren't that
$35 for a performance like mine? No. Impossible.
Like, true. If you like, again, not to be shady, but you're pointing to the fact that not everyone, a lot of people benefit from being in a group because there's no way they would be able to be a solo singer or something like that. So now that the group's not a thing anymore, why would they do some like what would they unless they're acting what like it doesn't really make any sense. But I do agree it is very shocking to see groups that were just so huge in like, you know, when I was like a young K-pop stan. When I was a young hog, no, but like when I was a younger K-pop stan, like, you know, see like the kind of like mania that would happen when somebody like Sistar or TR member or SNSD and stuff like that, you know, came anywhere. And now to kind of see people be like, who is that? Like,
that's how I feel about EXO.
Stop. That's
like
so
people
true.
will like. I was on somewhere where people were just like, I can't get into EXO. Like I don't understand how they were popular, and I was like, where am I? Like what year is this? I was like, what do you mean EXO? Why are you listing this top? You're hurting my brain. I was already having a lukewarm day. Now it's terrible. Now it's cold.
Poor EXO. Oh my god. I don't know. Let's see. I started figuring how to do that. Oh, sorry guys, I'm missing some of these. Not the background giving Star Spangled Banner. So random. Hi LD. Did you guys hear RM's new album? So
I was like,
did you listen?
No, I did not. But I was like, when I read that, I was like, who is RMS? So I was confused. So that makes more sense. I did listen to some of them. I'm a little, well, okay. I'm not gonna say it was bad. I did like what I heard. I think I only listened to the first 2 songs that he released as music videos. But people were like out here being like, wow, he finally, like, some people were saying this is finally like a good like album from RM that they like, because like I guess he wasn't the top person from BTS that they were really looking into, and I was like,
Mhm.
literally, Wildflower to me was so good. I don't know
understand.
how people like. That was in my top like 50. I feel like of what year was that? Last year, and people
Wildflower.
dropped the ball on that. But from what I listened to for RM's album, it sounds really good. So I need to listen to the actual. I keep hearing a lot of praise.
Yeah, I've also heard that praise, and I was in the car with my brother a couple days ago, and he played one song. I forget what it was called, but it was so good. Like I actually was shocked with how good it was. I wish I could find it because it makes me just seem like I'm just like saying things to say things. But it was so good. I was like, whoa, like this is insane. Stop sleeping on him, okay? We get it. Jungkook's the heartthrob, but RM be making good
That's
music
why I
too.
said that he would be like, he was my favorite of the rappers, at least releases, and he's still doing it.
Oh, like
And I love
ever?
Suga.
Like
Out of
out of all their
BTS.
songs? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Out of their
Hmm.
solo ventures, I feel like I like, for the rappers, I
Yeah.
like RM's the most so far.
To be fair, there's a lot of RM's music I don't listen to, but I feel like
And
my favorite songs have been J-Hope songs, I think. Well, off
I
his
think
Hope World?
I like J Hope songs, or I liked his verses more in their
Oh, in
songs.
oh yes, yes. His verses were always the best.
But
Well,
that and Suga, I like him and Suga's parts usually.
okay, so my thing is that I feel like I always liked J-Hope because I feel like he was the most like experimental with how he would
Yeah,
rap. But then at one point he like was really hard stuck on that like yell rapping, and I was like, okay, girl, we need something else. But I feel
yeah.
like it gotten better. But I've
And
always
then he
liked
went
really like
emo.
Sugar. Yeah.
I
A
was like, whoa, that's a
choice.
360.
Okay, the songs with Moses Sumney and Dami and JD Beck are really good. The Moses Sumney one, that was the one I heard in the car, and I was like, this is insane. Like I was like, this is really good.
Moses
How have I been
Sunny.
sleep how I've been sleeping on this? Like, I don't even know how he released an album from jail, but I'm just kidding.
I saw.
How
I feel like someone's gonna like just come out here and just like, grab me, but like,
because
I
you are the chancellor of military duties
because I'm
right
like, what
now.
are we doing? Are we not serving? Are we not?
Stop.
This is
No,
like the
because
first
somebody's about
person
to
I've
clock
seen
us
like
and be like,
release an actual full-on album with music videos. Like that's the crazy thing. How is he in these music videos?
I
And
think
I get
they
it,
get
like I read that like
vacation.
he recorded all of this before he went and all of that.
Oh, okay.
But like, my gosh, I didn't know you could do that. Like a whole fully produced album with multiple. It's multiple. It's not just one. He said,
Yeah,
"Here's
that's a
one.
bit
Here's
iconic.
two. Here's three, and there's probably more." And I'm confused. I'm enjoying it, but I'm confused.
I'm confused, but I'm also happy because that means that this girl song that Kid Laroi is about to release, Jungkook still has a chance to be on it. So listen
He
here,
is not
Jungkook.
on that. He already did a song
Listen
with Kid
here.
Laroi, and it passed. He
Stop.
let it
Him
die.
and Charlie Puth will pay for his sins because the way y'all had good songs you could have put Jungkook on and then you put them on these subpar snooze fests. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Um Also, hello Mint Yungles and hello LD. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that was just like really shocking though how much I like that album. I needed like because the thing is I have this issue where I'm like somebody has to tell me the song to listen to the song before I listen to the song, which I shouldn't. I feel like BTS has proved, especially RM, like the rap line in general, have proved that they make music I like. So I need to like really honor that, like tap into when it's like, okay, they have made bops that I've listened to in the past. I just am like so lazy when it comes to really sitting down and listening to stuff. So I need to get better with that.
No, it's a lot. It doesn't help that there's so much music happening
Yeah,
all
that's
the
true.
time.
That's true.
I only will listen to like his songs when it randomly pops up on YouTube.
Like,
It
yeah,
hasn't
that's
come on,
true.
up on Spotify for me yet, which is surprising. I
They're
don't know
suppressing
why.
him. They already used all the payola money for Illit, so they don't have any.
Stop.
I'm just
Not
kidding.
that. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Hi Malik, thank you for the lurk. Um, RM's new album was so interesting. Yeah, we were just talking about how we need to go back, spin back and listen to it. Maybe I should do a stream where it's just talking about music. Because I feel like we have not. I
You
feel
guys
like
have to listen.
anytime.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, because I feel like we always like anytime we do a show and it's running long, the music always
Oh yeah,
gets
true.
cut.
We'll have to take all the songs from the last 2 years that we just skipped over.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I just
Okay.
yeah. I can't.
Sorry, can y'all hear me?
No.
Okay. All right, y'all.
Oh wait, what? No, no. I kind of heard you. You said, and I don't know. You kind of broke in and out. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I literally, I can see your mouth moving. I can't tell what you're saying.
I think I'm muted. Can you hear
Oh,
me now?
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna change the John.
All right.
Ow.
I should have charged these. Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. I have 11% battery on this. This
Oh
is
my
why
god.
I know. I don't know. There's something, I'm not gonna stress about it, y'all. So GZDR4EB says, I have a general statement about K-pop bands who age out. I think when somebody has their life structured for so long, then are told, okay, you are free. I'm sure life is a shock for them, and many become depressed.
Mm,
I
that's
mean,
true.
yeah.
Especially not having people chase after you after a while, like
Hmm.
how it was back when you were like probably really at your peak. I've always thought
Hmm.
about that, like not even just for K-pop, but like when I would watch, oddly, when I'd watch Lord of the Rings, I was
Hmm.
like, this is like so epic. And at the end, he just goes on a boat. I forgot where he goes. I think he just travels the world or something. And I was just like, I can't imagine just going back to like normal after that. Like I literally
Oh
went to a
yeah.
volcano to drop a ring to burn it, and this stupid little golem thing is following me around. Like I got stung by a spider. Like this is epic stuff, and then I just go home and wake up in a bed. Like what's going on? I don't think I could go back to normal.
It's very much that meme where it's like the kid in the corner of the party, and it's like nobody knows that I finished Elden Ring or whatever, like that with the kid, like that thing. Like it's like nobody knows I did this epic adventure. Yeah,
That's
that's
literally
true.
me.
I mean, the thing is, I'm a bit gagged because I follow a lot of the girls that were in those second gen groups. And like for
Mhm.
example, Nicole from Kara, because this person wanted to know what Kara was up to. I follow Nicole from Kara and she's still making music and stuff like that. But like, and this is no shade to her because obviously she's good, right? They were huge during the second gen and even into the third gen, very popular in Japan, one of like the Blazers, Trailblazers or whatever. But it's kind of crazy to see her like release a music video and it get less than like 10,000 views. Even no shade. Remember when we were looking at that Mark video?
Mhm.
And it was like not a lot for like
Yeah.
GOT7 faint. Like to think that at one point you could command millions of views and now it's like your video is not getting like that also must very like be depressing to be like 'cause people were
Yeah.
anticipating my stuff at one point and now it's just like it's like I never was this huge famous star, which is kind of crazy to think. Um, but I mean, on an individual level, I'm not as shocked because I know sometimes the reason that a group is popular is because they put these people together. Like it wasn't just one person, but they put
Yeah.
all these people together. And so when that's not the configuration anymore, it's fair for people not to be interested. But um, I don't know. I think one of my big things would be like when there was a group that was together and then one person still can commit, like obviously SNSD as a whole still very legendary, but like Taeyeon and Yuna, the way they're perceived versus maybe some other members, I feel like
Yeah.
that would like be like, wait, we were all part of the legendary group. Why does it seem like you guys are only giving certain people legendary group status? Like
It's
that
like
would
Destiny's
kind of
Child.
like, yeah,
This is
yeah.
Beyonce and this is Kelly Rowland.
The blueprint. But yeah, that would kind of like confuse me. Kind of like, oh, where did I go wrong that nobody cares about me now?
Yeah.
Or, like Finkel with like Ihiori and
Oh
like
yeah.
a lot of the first gen groups. It's like, interesting. But I don't know. I definitely think because the scale is so different, I think most of them, I don't know if they'll be able to still be famous, but they definitely will be more well off, I think,
Oh yeah.
than previous idols. But I think it just kind of depends.
I hope they're not depressed. That'd be
Yeah, I know.
sad.
I remember I read somewhere that apparently when like Beyonce was like on her road to fame, they made her and her sister get therapy because it was like, oh, like they don't want,
Mm.
because Beyonce's about to become the star, so they don't want there to be any animosity and stuff like that. So that's why like a lot of their whatevers, I hope that they get that therapy too. Like,
Mm.
hey, you're about to blow up and become really famous, and then also therapy that this won't last forever. So like be prepared when that kind of dynamic with you and the world and stuff changes.
Mm.
Another one is like when you look at like the it girls, like it's crazy to remember how cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs people would go about Sol Hyun from AOA.
Oh
And
yeah.
now
I was thinking about that. I was like, I saw her somewhere and I was like, nobody wasn't she the girl? People were like so into, and now it's like nobody's out here like liking, like upvoting this stuff as much as before,
yeah,
I feel like.
yeah. That's kind of strange. And even like because obviously people like Yuna and Suzy are like still very famous, but like now there's like new girls that people talk about all the time in the way that they used
Yeah.
to talk about them all the time. So I wonder how going that transition from being an it girl to having maybe a more stable career, but you're not on the tip of everyone's tongue anymore. Like I wonder how that feels kind of.
I feel like that's probably easier because you're just like, at least people still know I'm pretty. And I am that girl. But it's just I also have a job now, so I got other things to do. As long as you stop me in the street and you're like, "Oh my gosh, you're that girl," like I'm doing fine.
Period.
Yeah.
That's true. I remember on We Got Married. No, we got married. Family Outing, which is like a pretty old variety show from like I think it like ran from like maybe like 2008 to like 2012 or something. I think it ran right up to when Running Man started. But Lee Hyori, at the time she was popular. Like, that was like You Go Girl era or whatever. But at the time, Sondem B, she was getting famous for Nega Mi Jasa, that going crazy song. And so they tried to like have this like kind of mini rivalry between Lee Hyori and Sondem B of how like, oh, Sondem B is like the new hot like solo singer. Ihura, you must be threatened, blah blah. And like how like they were like, oh yeah, like they made her like yell out it's my time or something like that, like just like silly kind of stuff, like pitting them together because like Sondemi was much younger. And how like these days I feel like people still talk about Ihuri but don't really talk about Sondembi, and how
Yeah.
if she ever like reflects on that and is like, damn, I should have just been quiet.
It's karma. Dang it. The wrong
Yeah.
person.
Oh wait. Also, speaking of Yuna and Kelly Rowland, did y'all see that Kane's festival security guard? Did you see
Yeah.
that?
I saw like a deaf person do a lip reading, and I was like, this looks so accurate to
Oh,
what
to
they're
what they were
probably
saying.
saying.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I I think I saw originally another girl. I think she was like Spanish. She was like some other actress, but she
Hmm.
was like she had a cape and she was like yelling at the lady, and apparently it was
Hmm.
the same lady that like apparently was trying to get Kelly Rowland to like leave too.
Oh
And I
yeah,
also
yeah,
heard say like try to um see if she could see what Kelly was saying. And I was like, this also looks pretty accurate, where it was just like, don't touch me.
yeah. Oh,
When she like walked away. And then I think
oh.
her assistant also said, don't touch her.
Damn, what is that security guard on? What's going on?
I think they apparently I was reading that you weren't supposed to take pictures on the stairs, and they were told that unless you paid a premium price or something for your ticket.
What?
I don't know.
In the Netflix? What
Yeah,
the fuck is going on?
I was just like, maybe they were told not to do it when they were doing it anyway, and so like the security guard's like, I'm just trying to do my job, but at the same time they're like, don't touch me. So
yeah, I was gonna say, the thing is like, I kind of hate that, right? Like when you're just trying to do your job and then you get made the villain or whatever. I definitely think maybe it's biased, but I feel like for them to be like to be that like upset, I feel like it must have been like how, because I also don't like when people like, for example, they're like moving their weight in between you and they like put their hand around your arm. I probably want to be like, don't touch me, but I'd like, don't do that or whatever. But like, I know there's like, awkward, there's ways to go about it, but it would also suck if you were just trying to carry out
your duty.
Exactly.
My boss is about to fire me. She's already calling me right now. She told me, get you the F off this freaking staircase. Like, I am not trying to go home with no money. Okay. It's not that serious. Your cape can be taken pictures of, I don't know, by the park. Go somewhere else.
There's a nice tree down there. I don't know.
Figure it out, but not him.
That's so true. There is do you know Yuval, the TikToker?
Okay. I know of him because he's the one that like will be like, how tall, like people will be like, how tall am I? And then he'll like figure it out, right? Mm-hmm. Is it him?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I recently kept seeing like stuff that there's drama with him and two other people. And then I came across a TikToker that I like that does music, and he was singing a potential musical version of the drama. And I was
love that we have the same feed because I saw that too. Okay, twin.
And I was like sitting there like, I skipped over it. I liked it and skipped over it because I was like, I'll come back to this when I actually know what the heck you guys are talking about. Because what is this?
It was so good. Okay, so I unfortunately got down the pipeline or whatever this is. So just bear with me because it's honestly nothing, but I think people just like romance, and apparently this most recent season of Bridgerton is not giving. So I think people are bored and thirsty for the Bridgerton girly pops can tell me if this is true or not. But basically, Yuval, like you said, he is a YouTuber or a TikToker that kind of made his claim to fame because he's really good at finding people. So somebody will be like, where am I? Like, and literally it will be like this. And then he'll be able to pinpoint. And sometimes he does like the height thing too, where if somebody tries to lie about their height, he'll like reference photos and stuff like that and find their height. And so basically Ayame is another TikToker that I think she got popular off of like reactions. I really don't know. I don't know who any of these people are. Let's make that clear. So she had started challenging him and being like, going somewhere and be like, find me. And then he'll like find her. But then like the interactions like increasingly became flirtier and flirtier. So he would like, wink and she'd like, find me. And she'd be wearing like a negligee or something like that. Like it was just, they're all adults. So part of me is just like, what are we doing? Let's clock in. And then there's like a third guy, Oliver, that she also had kind of like a ship dance with. And I don't know where he came from. I just know that he got famous because I guess he had a video go viral of him singing to Taylor Swift's 22. And so Taylor Swift, when she performs that song in concert, she has this like 22 hat or whatever the hell, where like she'll like bring somebody up on stage and give them the hat. And usually it's like a young person who hasn't turned 22, but they invited him to one of the concerts, I guess, and he got the 22 hat or whatever, and that went viral or whatever, and he got to hug Taylor Swift. So he's kind of had a like flirtation romance with him. But then when Yuval and her started, people were like, okay, who do you like? Do you like Ayame and Yuval or Ayame and Oliver, the other guy? So they started kind of going at it and having this like fake like hate ship. And then it's been escalating, and like Yuval's been like, girl, I left the package in front of your door. Open it like on Thursday.
What is this? What is this? People are bored. What the heck is this?
Exactly. Some people are like, oh my God, y'all. I'm like, all of y'all need to like film whatever Yuval is sending to your house because I'm bored and I need to like live vicariously through you. It's a bunch of foolishness. It really is. But
we just got off the Kendrick and Drake stuff and we needed more. What's happening?
We need another beef to replace that one now that that one's over. Yes. I don't get it because to me, I get part of me is like, this must be kids, right? Because like this is fake, clearly. Like they're not about to link up. Um, for real. Like I feel like they're doing it for engagement. But I guess it's cute. And that song you were talking about was gorgeous. So if that's the
He
kind of
sings
content,
so. I love his stuff. Like I follow
talented.
him, but
Mhm.
I was like, I'll skip over this for now. I bet you it was beautiful, but I was like, I will like it and come back. So, what in the world?
And he says this TikTok drama is too much. What in the
It is.
Wattpad? That's very much what it's giving. Challengers,
Oh god, more
Wattpad
challengers.
type of realness. Um, you know what? True. Sometimes
I
when I'm
think we all
scrolling,
are. I'm so like I'm so serious. It's so hard. It is so deep. Like TikTok, there's so much stuff happening that I can't keep up.
yeah. When
Too much.
sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I don't need to know what this is. I need to know how to file my taxes. I don't need like this is
Not bad.
not information I need to store in my brain. But I only liked it because I liked Yuval's videos and like all his videos seem to be about that. So I was like, okay, I guess I have to find out what this is. But why I brought up Yuval is because he made a video basically about how in America at least, academic honesty and plagiarism at like a collegiate level is very, very like it's serious business. Like you can get sued, you can get kicked out of school and stuff like that. And so that video went viral. And so basically, people were stitching it, and this college professor stitched it. And in it, he talked about how he was a professor during like a pandemic. And when his class switched to online, there's an incident where he found out like half the students cheated by getting like answers on Chegg or some shit. I mean, Chegg or some crap. um, and so after that, like they like got in trouble. Most of the ones that admitted to it got like a slap on the wrist, but there were a couple that tried to like really, really aggressively deny it. And one I guess was even had to get taken to court and stuff like that. And then it was kind of fine for the ones who like admitted it, but then the next year or the next semester, some of those ones cheated again. So then they got in
What in the
trouble and stuff
world?
like that.
Just learn at that point. You got 2 times the class. What the heck?
I was like, okay, y'all are playing with fire here. Like they are, but so that went viral because basically he was very like, you shouldn't cheat. Like, you know, I had to do what I had to do with the cheaters and stuff. But a lot of people were criticizing that professor because they were like, oh, I bet your grade on like rated professor is very low. And he said it's like a 3.4, but most of the, negative ratings are from the people who cheated and got caught and stuff like that. Everyone else thinks I'm fair, but hard but fair. But anyway, people were just basically lighting this guy and ripping him a new one because they're like, you're such a narc. Like, why would you do that to the kids? It was during COVID.
A
Yeah.
narc? Like, I am the person that gets narc too. Like, what are you talking about? You're such a narc. And I'll do it again. What the heck?
I'll do it again. It was weird. Like I was like, okay, I could see from a younger person's perspective who's maybe struggling through college and maybe has used a couple Chegg answers themselves, being like, oh my God, the way that this guy's basically on here bragging. He wasn't really bragging, but he was like being like, this is the reality of like academic. But a lot of people were just basically like, you're a loser for like ruining those kids' lives. But I was like, but that's his job. Like if it was found out that he found out that these people were cheating and didn't do anything about it, then he would be in trouble. But for some reason, he was like made the villain, even though
I'm like imagining them seeing a cop pull over somebody and be like, you can't have these drugs, you have to go to jail. And it's just like, you're such a narc. Like, that's my job. like you're not supposed to have this. You did this to yourself. Why are you mad? I'm
it was
a narc.
very strange. Yeah, it was serious because I could understand being like, oh, that sucks for the kids and having sympathy for the kids, especially because it was during the pandemic. So I'm so sure they were stressed. But like to be like, we hate you for doing it. Like it's weird. It's strange. Maybe I'm a cornball.
Makes sense.
Leanne says, I would never get my answers off sites like of Chegg simply because I'm not paying for the subscription.
That
Period.
right there.
Like, why am I paying you for these answers? Like,
That
sure,
used
I
to
have
piss me
integrity.
off because sometimes I'm like, it is right there. Like, if I could just unblur underneath the little sign
Hack
up
the
dead.
mainframe, please. We need to hack. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Andy says, I'm gonna risk sounding like a bag, but that's why you have kids nowadays not able to write a basic essay. The effects of Chat GPT is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. That's one of the first things I thought. Like, don't get me wrong, the academic system is not great. There's like an emphasis on, in a lot of cases, on grades rather than understanding the material. But like, if these are the measures that are used to test whether somebody understands the material, and you did not show that you understand material because you cheated, then I can't in good faith pass you. Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean?
And then you get
Like,
mad that you don't know anything.
yeah.
Then you
Like,
talk
it's
about
just
it.
like,
It's like weird.
yeah. I mean, to anyone in college or who's about to be in college or whatever, go get yourself to them TA lesson things, because I feel like a lot of teachers are a lot nicer when they see you trying. So like, literally sit in the front of the class. Let me give you the tea. Sit in the front of the class, because that will stop you from going on Twitter and Panchoa and things like that while you're in class, because everyone won't be able to see your laptop. And it will also make sure you pay attention, and it will also let the professors see that you're trying, and then go to the TA office hours and the professor office hours, because once again, it will let them show. And a lot of times they'll literally just tell you, like, because like, if you're sitting there and like really showing, I try to give a good effort but I don't understand what the hell this is, they'll literally like just like tell you and like walk you through it. But like, make sure you're not doing this like the night before the test. Make sure you're doing this like every week. Yes, it's extra time or whatever, but it will like spare you. Like, just be up the professor's ass. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm,
It's the
yeah.
only way. Or just, be born smart.
Yeah, that's true.
Do better. I don't know.
Be born Albert Einstein, and then go from there. It's not that hard.
Exactly.
What is it, like,
Simple.
hard? I'm gonna scroll back because I know I missed a couple of comments. Okay, Andy says Sohyun was that girl, but yeah, like Andre said, it's mostly an age thing. You reach status once you're in your late
Love
20s.
that.
Sick. I
Late
mean,
20s.
there are kids that will be 23 and being like, y'all, I'm gonna, like, literally, I'm a hag. And I'm like,
I mean,
what side are you on? I'm confused.
I feel like when I was 23, I probably was saying the same thing.
That's true. That's kind of true.
I can't judge them on that. As long as they don't look at me and like say like, you hag, like you're already there. Like,
well, if they think they're a hag at 23,
that's them. Just don't put your hagginess on me. Keep that to yourself.
don't hag project. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. But I think it's the internet though, because I think, like, if I'm 23 from a college perspective, I think I was still in college, so I was like an older college student. So then you do kind of feel like a hag. Like, if you go to a party and there's like an 18-year-old, I'm like, girl, I'm out of here, like that kind of
When
thing.
your friends are already graduated and you're like, wow, I go to a 5-year college. Well, I'm still there.
This came of the century.
It's like, I am not a super senior. Don't you dare. I had a pre-junior year, and then I had a junior, and then I was a senior. So calm
like,
yourself.
whatever the hell pre-junior is, hag.
Basically,
They're like, sure.
just bring it all back.
They're like, I bet you were on trimesters too, you weirdo. But yeah, I feel like it's really weird to see fairly young people being like, oh my god, y'all, like, I'm so scared to turn 20. But it does make sense. If you're like on the end of like a interval, it can kind of be like, but it's like you grow, become the old hag, and then you become the baby. So it's like, you grow in middle school, become the hag of middle school, and then you become the baby of high school. You grow, become the high school hag, and then
What
become
happens when you're like just the hag? You're 90 years old.
You're the hag of senior. I mean, you're the baby of senior citizens. You're the baby of people in heaven. I don't know.
People in heaven.
You're the Macne of heaven.
I mean, you know what? Honestly, I'll accept that. That's what I'll tell myself if I make it there.
Leanne says, me being the 23 in question, LL, I mean, I'm 24, but I'm still guilty. Yeah, it is kind of funny because I mean, you're like that's the oldest you've ever been, right? So you're gonna be a hag to yourself. But I'm
Yeah.
like, honestly, I see a 23-year-old and I was like, I don't know if you want your binky or you want your
Honestly.
baba. Like, which one is it? Like, just find some
Mhm.
older friends because then they'll humble you and they'll be good to like give you advice.
Oh, I remember my sister's friend was like, "Oh, you're how old?" And I was like, "You're only like 4 years older than me. Like,
Okay.
I'm not a baby. I swear. I get it. You guys are older than me. Like, dang, don't treat me like a child."
That's the thing. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, oh, but then I'm also like, okay, let's stop. Like my supervisor for my first job, she was about maybe 6 years, 7 years older than me. And she was like talking about something, and she was like, oh yeah. Oh, do you know who B2K is? I was like, let's stop playing. Like that's now you're being disrespectful. Like, do I know
I
who?
am?
Yeah, we're being silly now. Okay, we're doing jokes. All right. I was like, girl, stop this. Like, you're doing too much right now.
My coworkers were like, "Do you know what a typewriter is?" I was like, "I know." What?
Okay,
What the fudge?
enough is enough. Enough
I
is
was like,
enough.
"Why do you like what?"
I will say though, when it's like a 35-year-old or something doing it, I'm like, okay, girl. When it's like a 50-year-old doing it, they really don't know.
I
Like
can
after a
tell.
certain
That's
year,
usually the people. Well, that's who I work with. So like
yeah.
older people, and they'll always be like,
So
"Do you know what this is?" And I'm like, "Yes, I know what a VCR is. I swear,
but
I did
yeah,
have that."
I don't blame them because they're probably just like everyone under 30
Detached.
is 12. Yeah. So, which I
Not
do
that.
that too. Like, there's
Mm.
technically a difference between like a 21-year-old and like a 19-year-old, but they're all babies to me. Like, if you're
Like you
younger than
can't drink,
23,
so
exactly. It's
hey,
giving Google Gaga in the best way. Okay. I don't discriminate,
you're
but it
older.
is giving Google Gaga. um, as a hag in terms of 20s, 28, I can't wait to be a baby myself. Exactly. I'm like, Google Gaga. What's up?
Yeah, I would like to take that all back. You can have mine. I'll go and be 28. Take me back.
Well, 20 is so weird because I feel like, and maybe this is me projecting, but it's like you're technically in your 20s, but certain behaviors that are associated with your 20s, if you do it, some people would be like for example, I know I'm always gonna be the oldest one in the club. Like I'm always
You're not gonna be the oldest.
I will probably
There's
be the
probably
oldest one.
a 40-year-old in there. Like,
Probably, man.
your
I'll be
life.
the oldest woman.
Oh no.
If it's like it depends on the club though, because like there's like okay, what clubs did the girls in like Sex and the City go to? Because I need to find those because I feel like
Did they go to
there's
clubs?
like I don't know. I
I
actually
also
never
didn't watch the
watched
show.
that.
I was like,
We're fake.
I just assumed that they just had martini glasses in their hands and they were at bars and lounges. They seemed like the type. So I feel like they weren't at clubs.
That's true. Oh, that's true. Okay, what clubs do the Real Housewives go on? The
They
Real
go to.
Housewives of Potomac. I swear they have club scenes.
I don't watch this show. So
Me either. I'd just be lying.
Bad Girls Club. They go to clubs.
Okay.
To
Oh, but they're
clubs.
actually like 2 years old though, right?
Some of them. What is it? The baddies one. Some of them were like young, but some of them were like older members, like from Bad Girls Club. So they're like
Um
30. Like what's her name? Natalie Nunn. She has to be
um
like 40.
but she's more like there because she like is running the show, not because she's
Sure,
like, hey, let's get
sure. She's running the show.
Is
Sorry. I mean, yeah, she kind of is, but she seems a little unnecessary. No offense. From what I had
not
seen, she would be like, guys, come into this Airbnb that I got us. I get this big bathroom and big
oh
bedroom place with 2 bathrooms in it for no reason, with a lounge chair, and you guys get bunk beds. Pick and choose where you want to live. You can sleep on the
it's
floor
like
or the bunk bed. That bunk or the lower bunk. Pick it.
it's so obvious they're trying to start a fight with that. Like it's like
But each time, like she would go to another city, and it would
Mhm.
still be like she has the biggest room, and they have bunk beds. And it was just like,
That
why
is
is it always bunk beds? What are these Airbnbs?
that a mess. A mess. Oh God.
Don't watch
Um,
baddies. Don't watch the kids.
it really is a mess. Or was it Baddies? There was one where I was seeing the selection process, and I'm like, this is actually a mess.
Wait,
This
which
is
one?
so. It was either maybe Baddies or what was the one with the guys? Is that also Baddies?
Bad Boys? I forgot what it's
Oh
called.
yeah,
The one with
when like
Orlando
Darrell.
Brown.
Oh, Orlando Brown was. I don't think maybe
It
I didn't
was,
see that season.
he was in the newest season. He was like, or I guess the second season or something, but he was so funny. He was like the most sane person there. He was out here like, I was like, y'all, the fudge is going on?
I
I was
mean
like, and
that.
you know you guys are crazy when Orlando Brown's
Yeah,
like, what's going on?
I do think they put it on because sometimes they just be like, so I wore turquoise to the club, and then you're gonna like
Honestly, there's the first time I watched Bad Boys or whatever it's called, Bad Boys Club. Literally, there was like a fight on a bus where it was like one guy was like, I don't remember how it started, but
oh
another guy was like, let me, like, guys, don't fight, like, don't do that. They get off the bus. The guy that's telling them not to like fights the guy that he's trying to defend, like beats him up and is like, you need to fight. And it was like, what is happening? We just got in, like, we haven't even gotten in the house. You just got on the bus, told people not to fight, then you fight the people you said that shouldn't fight. Like, what is happening?
it's
Are you,
giving it is giving push.
and that's
There
the
is some
last time I watched Bad Boys. That
because
was from the first season.
there's no substance to it. I'm so sorry. I mean,
I
it's
mean, it gets your
fun,
anger out usually.
but it's like if you're gonna fight, I need a good reason so I have your back. Like
Yeah,
you're not fighting because he didn't fight the third guy that you wanted
yeah.
to fight. It's getting
That
convoluted.
I don't know what that was, and that's what Bad Girls Club kind of turned into. They were like, you came into the house as a new person. I'm throwing your mattress into the
Oh my
pool, and
gosh.
I'm throwing your stuff into trash bags, and you're getting out tonight. And I was like, you have not even asked her name. Like, you just like straight up,
Have
all right,
some manners,
mattresses
actually.
in the water. She just got here.
See, yeah, it gets silly after a while. It's like I
Yeah.
can't even. Andre says, I feel so hag at work. Literally everyone that I directly report to is 5 or 6 years younger than me. Maybe the same age as Leanne. And I'm like, how the heck? Low key, because them Gen Zs have that money making mindset. They low key are all like I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm ready for a Gen Z boss. I feel like that would just, put me at ease.
I would take me out back. I just do it now because what's happening?
But I would just be like, hey, girly pop, gotta take off for the next 12 days, mental health, period. Bye
Riz,
bye. Period.
scat, or
Skibbity
whatever.
res W.
Whatever they say.
Marting. Like they're like, oh, I got you, girl. I'm like, okay, I can look at this. Although millennial bosses are very nice too. Like I feel like all the millennial bosses, all my bosses have been millennials. All the people that I'd like directly report to have been millennials. Like my directors have been like boomers, I guess. But like they're really pro mental health, really pro like diversity and like positive, like type of things. So yeah. Also, happy birthday, LD, the big 23 Jordan years is what they call it apparently.
The what?
The Jordan
Oh,
year.
23. I was like, so who is Jordan? Why is it his year? I'm like, what?
Uh,
I know sports.
I know that one sport fact. Mint Yoon Ghouls says just reality TV in a nutshell. Somebody always have to be fighting for some reason.
Yep.
It's so
I prefer
true.
like what you said. It's like it's better when there's a reason, and then you're like, yeah, get him. When there's not, it's kind of like you're just confused, and you're just like, what? What
Yeah.
just happened? And
I'm
why?
like kooky, goofy behavior. There was this one reality TV show that I think was on MTV, and it was like 70s or maybe 90s. It was like I love the 90s kind of themed. And it was like they had to live in a house that was like the 90s. So they couldn't have any like modern technology and stuff. And so one of the things that they could do in the house was play board games. So there is this one scene, it's the goofiest stuff, the goofiest thing I've ever seen in reality TV. Basically, two of the housemates are playing like Scrabble or Sorry, together, having a good time. And then one of the other housemates walks up and they're like, "So y'all playing board games? Board games are for if you're bored." And he flips over the table and he starts fighting.
Wait. What? Wait. I was confused.
And like, he was like, "So you bored?" He flips over. Like he was mad they were playing board games because they were bored.
I think he was bored. I honestly think he was like, you know what? I'm gonna go over and say a joke, and then I'm just gonna start fighting. Because why not? What else is there to do in the 80s or 90s or whatever the fudge?
That was like the strangest maybe. That's what I was getting. It's like I know you
It's
need
the
something to
90s.
do.
Is that what it is?
It was it was 90s house, I think.
Yeah, the worst show that I ever loved is someone put on their blog.
It was honestly so pointless.
Bored?
Like
Get a lot of this.
like board games are for people who are bored. Yes, sir. Like, what do you mean? Why are you flipping over the table? I'm sick. Like, be serious for once. Oh
Man, I
God.
gotta watch this.
I really want to find the clip because that was so goofy, but it was so funny for absolutely no reason. I just do not understand. Have we properly talked about Armageddon yet?
Armageddon? I don't think so.
Okay, so I haven't listened to the album yet. I only listened to Armageddon and watched the dance practice. Listen, I'm coming to terms with the fact that aespa does in fact slay. So this is going to be hard for me. All right, I need to take it in one step at a time. I'm just kidding. But it was a really good song. 2 for 2.
I actually like the first half of the album because it's very. I think I would have rearranged the album in general, but I feel like the first half was like the strongest part because it was like Armageddon, Supernova, and then like 2 other tracks that were like kind of R&B hip hop, and I feel like those are like really good and they tied in with Armageddon and whatnot. But the other songs were I like some of the other ones too, and I feel like they just tried to do like everything. They had like a rock kind of song, they had a ballad. Yeah, they had like a cutesy one. Kind of gave me like Lovelies.
What?
Was it Lovelies? Am I thinking Lovelies? Who sings Liar? Liar, liar, liar.
Oh My Girl?
Yeah, then. It sounds like a song they would have done, I guess.
Oh, that is so
it reminds me of
random.
Liar,
I have to listen to that then. Yeah, I feel like they're really good with like kind of messy, like kind of noisy, like hip hop influence, almost like EDM influence. Like I feel like that's where they shine. But that's always so funny that like there's like this K-pop formula that no matter what genre of music or kind of vision that a K-pop artist song has, they always have to hit that like kind of R&B-ish song, kind of ballad. Yeah, I'm like, get the ballad off of there, girl. Like, what?
Yeah.
No, we want messy, noisy. Like, it's very strange. Like
the last song on the album, I'm like, that wasn't needed. Like, it's not terrible, but I'm just like, cool. Anyway, let's go back to the beginning to Supernova because yeah, like that was a little slow.
Andre said, podcast nieces, let's go. Okay, y'all, let's not get crazy, okay? I might be down, but they're not out. We still have a whole...
I wish I could do it for you. Oh, it's not doing it.
They're like, not for it. No, just kidding. But yeah, let's not get crazy, y'all. Listen, they're down, but not out. Also, honestly, okay. I hate that so much. I hate that because it's like, Why? That seems so weird. That is so like for some
I
reason
mean,
it's
the whole video,
uncomfortable for me to watch. What?
I feel like the whole video is like a trip. Like I feel like if you were high, it kind of looked weird.
I gotta
Some of
watch
the
it.
parts.
Oh my god, I hate that though. But honestly, this part, I said I hated that, but I actually kind of like it.
Which one?
It's so unhinged. What is it?
Like,
That part? Yeah, like a broken robot. Whatever
honestly,
that
even
called.
after that, they go like this, and I'm like, okay, girls, what is that? Give us stiff. But like, also, I guess that's what it's supposed to be like, because even the choreographer did the same way. So
That's
it was a
interesting.
vision.
I gotta watch that. And Andre says, I like Supernova a bit more than Armageddon, but still good
Me too.
comebacks. Yeah. I just love the wordplay in Armageddon. Like,
Yeah.
just very cool. But yeah, I think I probably like Supernova. I don't know. I have to listen to both more, honestly.
I think I like the
But
bridge more in Armageddon because Ning Ning, I don't know, she was out here singing her soul out. It was very good. Like I think that bridge was better, but I think I like the breakdown more in Supernova.
do you think, I don't know, because not to be messy, but obviously Supernova is doing really good. New Jeans are Digimons. Do you think they'll be able to withstand whatever New Jeans releases in June?
Are they releasing something else? I thought it was
Yeah, I
Japanese.
think. Was it? Is it?
I don't know. Uh,
Oh,
I keep
wait.
hearing a lot of things. Like I thought this other thing that they were releasing was going to be a Japanese thing, and then it turned out to be two CFs, and I just
Oh,
don't.
well, the Bubblegum song was actually the CF song for a Japanese hair care product. So
Oh,
there's
maybe
a
that's
Japanese version of it.
okay. Maybe that's why
Yeah.
I'm confused.
But I mean, I'm really liking. I mean, the thing is, New Jeans always has like this really fresh, light sound. They're always very easy to listen to, which is so funny because I think that's like the antithesis of aespa. Like their stuff is all over the place, but I feel like it does take a while to process. So it's like two really different sounds. But I feel like it was almost too easy to listen to with New
Yeah,
Jeans that it almost was borderline forgettable. While
yeah.
like even though it took me a moment to grasp what the heck every song was doing for Armageddon and Supernova, there was, first of all, at least one thing that hooked me that made me want to listen to it again. And then it also was like, kind of like, okay, I have to spend time figuring out this song because I know it's good. I just feel like I need to appreciate it, which I think is interesting.
Yeah.
But I would assume you think aespa, or you feel that aespa made more impact with her comeback.
At least for me, they did. I think I like songs that make my brain like I don't know, like work. Like I can imagine stuff. Like I can imagine a music video in my head,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like aespa does a really good like job of making like they have songs that have that type of feel to me. And New Jeans sometimes does. Like I think Ditto is I like Ditto.
Oh, Ditto was great.
But
Ditto was a masterpiece.
this like the latest two, just like as you said, it wasn't bad, but it was just I just think it was just meant for a CF. That's
Mm-hmm.
what it was.
Yeah, because the thing is, one of the things that made Ditto so addicting was that it was also very easy to listen to, but it was like very interesting. It was
Yeah.
almost like scary. I don't even know.
Yeah, like the like the I don't even
Yeah.
siren like type thing.
Yeah. I was like, where's that coming from?
And like it
Oh,
builds up, I feel like too in the beginning.
mm-hmm.
Something to make my
Oh.
brain like, ooh.
Oh, okay. New Jeans is set to make their Japanese debut on June 21st with the Supernatural album, which contains 4 tracks, including 2 mentioned titles and their instrumentals. Wait,
So just two songs.
okay. So yeah, there's 2 songs,
I
one
phrased it that
called
way.
Supernatural and one called Right Now. And it'll be in collaboration with, or this AI thing is saying that it's it will be in collaboration with Pharrell. I think somebody corrected it though that they're just using a Pharrell sample. I'm not sure. Well, the thing is, I'm still I'm still I know a lot of people, K-pop fans, are like, if it's not a K-pop release, you can ignore it. But I think that they're the type to do something very different and like put actual effort into a Japanese debut. I think especially because they're already so popular in Japan, so there's like it makes sense to put effort in there. But I mean, I would still count that as like something to look out. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a Korean version for each of those songs as well.
True.
Yeah. But if this is really their big Korean comeback, that's kind of surprising.
With the two songs?
But, yeah, the
just
two songs that we've already heard.
Bubble?
Yeah.
Is it bubblegum or bubble?
Bubblegum, I believe. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. Again, I can't speak for like the Korean public or even like the internet public, but I just feel like it wasn't as, I mean, maybe it's the fact that it was like a single. It was just like a A side, B side, I guess is what it would be. But I don't know. I just feel like those weren't
That's good.
too, yeah, they weren't as slayful. But yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
I feel like it
Yeah.
might follow Zero, where it's like
Oh,
popular, but then it just kind of like faded into obscurity.
I don't know. I guess though it's like when you're having, yeah, I really liked Zero though, but
Yeah, I
but I
feel like it was
remember,
popular. I just think it just like people don't talk about Zero like they do like Ditto or OMG or Super Shy. Like
mm,
I feel like it just kind of like faded away.
interesting. So I wonder if How Sweet and Bubblegum will have longevity.
And prove me wrong.
Because I also think I feel like a lot of people were like saying how this Minhee Jin thing might hurt them, but I think a lot of
It's help.
people in, huh?
I was gonna say it might be helping.
Yeah, I was gonna say because if somebody's like, we need to stick by New Jeans as much as ever right now, so like, not saying that people don't like these songs. Obviously, I have my opinion, and other people can have theirs, but I would be like, people feel the need to make sure that hype doesn't win and this
Yeah,
doesn't fade into obscurity, maybe.
true.
Oh,
As soon as he clicked it.
is it because I'm clicking this up? Maybe that's it. But okay. Andre says, I was watching a video earlier, but what are your favorite girl group bridges? Um,
My favorite.
that's a great.
I can only think of recent ones.
What are your recent ones?
I like Chill Kills from Red Velvet. I like their bridge. I also liked Armageddon's bridge. I'm trying to think of something else.
Yeah, me too. Funny enough, I feel like Red Velvet has a lot of good bridges. I don't know if this is a bridge, but in Really Bad Boy, that da-da-da, 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 da-da-da,
I think that is a bridge, right?
da-da-da. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because I'm like, I feel
Yeah,
like
I'm
they
pretty sure
just
that's a
keep
bridge.
screaming. Okay, yeah,
Which
I really like
honestly,
that
yes,
one.
that is a good bridge. You know,
Yeah,
all of Red Velvet, every Red
they
Velvet
do
song.
have a lot of good ones. Um,
Hmm.
Even some of their kooky ones, like where they're the Michael Jackson. Yeah, Michael Jackson, but or was that the
The
pre-bridge? I
Dum
don't
Dum,
even know. Yeah, yeah, I think that was for Dum Dum.
Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, bad. Anya, don't you leave me alone.
Like they're
Black
like, quit
or
do
white,
anything.
man in the mirror.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, Joy.
It was actually Irene, I think, wasn't it?
I feel like they split it, right? Or
Oh, they
maybe
might
I
have.
don't know. I don't know. Actually, that's a good quote. I actually don't know because Irene do be rapping. Um,
Boom, boom, boom,
I'm trying to
boom.
think. There's so many good ones. I know SNSD has a lot of good ones, but maybe also Car has a lot of
Oh,
good choruses.
not a girl group, but like
Then we don't want to
the
hear it. I'm just
song
kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Taeyeon and what the fudge? What's that? Priority? But it was like on the SM Town CD thing that they did like 2 years ago. But it was like
Mhm.
Taeyeon, um, oh my gosh, Winter and Kanga? No, Changmei.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't know, the bridge, just the whole thing. That whole song was just good. But I think the bridge was really good for that.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. Um, Dang, why am I struggling? Pre-choruses, this is random, but SNSD Check, the pre-chorus in that song is so scrumptious.
I don't think I know that one. Language is see.
You know what I want to know? What are your favorite ad libs? Like girl group or otherwise?
I actually don't. I can't even hear an ad lib right now. Like, oh, what the heck? I can't even. Do you have one?
Oh, in the vein of SNSD, the "No, your fantasy just to get up to
Oh,
never." Taeyeon
okay.
It's a good ad lib. There's a lot of EXO ones. Baekhyun's and Call Me Baby, but I don't remember how it goes.
I can't even hear Call Me Baby suddenly.
Where he's like,
Wait.
"Call me baby, call me baby." I can't sing it.
Wait. Now I have to look.
Wait.
What can I
Oh my
hear?
God.
What is happening? Call me baby. Call me baby.
I don't even know how it goes.
Yeah, I can't even hear it.
Why?
Like,
Why is this happening?
what? Now Genie's in my head, so like I can't even.
Actually,
Hold on.
that one needs to. I'm blanking though. I don't know.
That I love. That one?
Yeah. I sang it wrong. Sing it again.
You're the one that I love. I don't know. Like when they're like, call me baby. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You're the one that I
Yeah.
love.
Yeah. The vocal line of EXO beaten down with ad libs
Tell me
that I
why,
can't
though.
remember.
When you said EXO, the first ad lib that came to mind was Love Me Right. And you know the ending where it's like, you love me. That weird little.
I loved that.
You love it? I don't hate it, but I just always remember people being like, who is that? Like, that is not a member. Like, who is that? Where that voice
Drew
come
Seeley.
from?
They called him in for an emergency ad lib session. He was like, I got you, boys. Jadelle says a little late, but can we talk about XG's recent comeback? They released a couple songs, right? Because I literally just saw one in my recommended.
Did they have another one?
I haven't listened yet.
They did covers. They covered
maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Losing You. Is it Flow?
Oh,
which I love. I love that song. So I was like very happy they covered that.
That's smart too. Woke Up.
Yeah. Woke up feeling it.
But there was another one.
Boom,
I swear
boom.
there was another one they recently released.
That's the one.
They have no bad songs, period.
I will say when I heard Woke Up, I was like, I don't know. But now that I see people do the dance and whatnot, I feel like it grew on me.
That's what I be saying, that like K-pop groups and songs are like a full experience. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's so many parts. Okay, I haven't watched Woke Up yet. And you're right. The things that I was seeing were covers. The Losing You cover. Because this is a really cute thumbnail. So.
And wait, the thumbs up is still there.
Oh. I need to stop being harassed. Let's see. Blackpink's Ready for Love, Mr. High. Oh, I love a good China. Okay, wait. Miss Yuju. It's not. Yeah, it would be an ad lib or a run. They have this song called like I think Under the Sky. I think it was on the Megustas 2 album, G Friend. And there's this. It's like pre-chorus. It's like it's like it's like and then like Yuji goes she's good for a belt. My girl Yuji. Oh my god. She
was always there just to hold down the belt.
She was like,
She stopped dancing. She was just like standing there while they're dancing their hearts out. She's just holding down a note. And it was always good.
And did, you know, that's what, you know, the ad-libbers, the belters, where would we be without that? They always used Sherman for a good belt, you know, like they know
like everything. And the others just the others just showed up.
You're not gonna do it. How that run go? But yeah, some of the belting girls, they need their flowers, because how are we gonna build up the song if nobody's gonna belt? Where's the build up? Like, come on now, stop being silly. But yeah. Oh, the key change. And Mr. A key change belt shift. Triple axle Lux. I love that. I love.
You should listen to Priority, because that's part of why I like it. Because it has like two different parts where it just changes, and I was like, oh yes, get it. All three of them singing together. I was like, yes. What is this?
I love a good
just for it to be
ballad key change. I need to listen to that, because I feel like you've raved that SM joint album thing, but I don't think I've ever actually listened to it.
I only listened to like 2 of the songs.
So,
it was like the
big fan.
And Ming and Boba.
You said, where are my faves?
What it's called anyway. Priority was like literally in my top like 5 of that year.
Dang.
Yeah. That and
did y'all? What was that?
INVU.
Oh yeah, that sounds really good. Leanne says, did y'all ever talk about how Kepler is continuing as a permanent group? I heard they were going to, but then ultimately they couldn't come to a conclusion, and so they did not. I feel, unless there was another
like half of them were like, no.
Oh, is that what happened?
I don't know. Maybe I just like was skimming. It just felt like they weren't going to continue from what I was reading.
Okay. This article from All K-Pop.
Oh.
Okay, this one's from the 24th of April, though, so it's a bit old.
Wait, I just see one on Reddit, like it's like one of the first things that come up. And it's like, Kepler will continue promotions as 7 members after the project term has expired. Mashiro and Yeso will be leaving.
Oh, interesting.
This was 28 minutes ago.
So what is the like, interesting. Does it have any interest or info about like how their companies came to that understanding or whatever?
I think it's a short little thing. It just says they just agreed to renew their contract to extend group promotions, and they'll promote as a 7-member group after a project term has expired.
Dang, they won. They did what those other groups could not.
Wow.
So IOI, Eyes 1, X 1, 101, flops. No, just kidding.
101. They need to come back together. One more song. One more energetic.
Listen,
energetic.
I was gonna say. I think like most of them are gonna continue, and 2 of them weren't, because they're gonna be added to their company's group. I feel like that's fair.
Where are they
but
from?
It's kind of awkward. I thought they were gonna do it without Shira and another. Oh, okay, so, I wonder how those other members feel, but I mean, I feel like Kepler has like a solid fan base, right?
Probably. I will say I have not kept up with Kepler.
I haven't, because I know that they're like digitally but if there's people who wanted them to stay together.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's with every project group.
Okay, that's true.
So good on them for actually being able to.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, ZB1. I'll be so sad when ZB1 disbands. How long do they have? Because I remember X1
Oh, I
was
was like,
supposed to be
who's
like
that?
5 years. So ZB1's probably 2 centuries, right?
Aren't they like less than a year?
Oh, okay. I was just because
Maybe
to
not. I
me,
don't know.
Girls Planet and Boys Planet is essentially a Trojan horse for Produce 101, in my humble opinion. So I feel like they're like low key picking up where they left off, but I also didn't watch, so don't eat me up. All right. But like I remember X1 was like 5 years, and I was like, right, and it was like, okay, that's a lot. Like that's insane, right?
Oh gosh, it's great. It is. Why is my computer like zoomed in 150%? Question: when you look at your computer, what percentage do you look at everything?
What do you mean?
Is it like just 100% zoomed in?
Oh, let me check. I think whatever's the default.
So 100.
Yeah, 100. Yeah. Why?
Because I usually do 90
Why
or
specifically
80.
90?
What?
Why specifically 90 or 80?
Well, I just like it smaller than 100.
Oh, okay.
So whenever I expect, like, it's bad when I see like more than 100. My eyes are like, what is happening? Like too much is happening in my face.
Like, no. No!
Okay, I get blinded. And when I share my screen, it's like even worse. People are like, I can't. What is that? What are you? How are you reading this?
You always have to be like, can everyone see that all right?
Yeah, basically, I'm like,
No
I
one says
zoom in
anything.
immediately now. I'm like, I know you guys can't see this.
Alex, it's crazy how some people make it sound like Yesol and Mashiro are joining a flop group when honestly Limelight are actually doing pretty decent for a new girl. I feel like also there's just like different standards. Like you're right. Like I feel like people don't realize like if we know a group's name, that's already better than like a lot of groups that we don't know their names at all. Like
Yeah. Oh, and they're already a small group, so it's like adding 2 more people. It's like a common size of
yeah,
5.
yeah. Oh wait, did we talk about Speed and his like South Korea tour?
Who?
Speed, I show Speed.
Oh, I feel like that wasn't that 2 weeks ago. I
Dang,
feel like
was
we
it?
kind of talked about it and how he like was told to shh by like some old Korean guy twice. He still was out here yelling.
That was insane. The videos of him dancing with
He
Kiss of
did a
Life.
backflip for no, and like nobody asked.
He was wearing that out. He did a backflip when he was naked on stage with Jay Park too. So I was like, all right, wrap it up. Wrap it up. But yeah, that was really weird.
Yeah.
And he like now has like long distance girlfriend.
No, he doesn't.
He met some girl on the streets of Itaewon. It's like I don't know if it was Itaewon, but on the streets of South Korea and was like hit on her. And then he was like, you want to come? We want to hang out. And she was like, and now they're like dating.
She
It's
spoke
giving you Vol.
I'm
Huh?
assuming she spoke
What?
English.
Yeah, which kind of makes me think it was a setup low key, but you know,
She actually lives in California, wherever
she
he lives.
stop imagine. She also happens to be a content creator though, but so she said, her piece, and she's like, no, it wasn't fake. No, I'm not trying to gold dig him. I have my own money. But they've been hanging out. My thing is that like their age, there seems like there's an age gap there, so I don't know. Anyway, I don't know why I'm invested in this fake thing, but I thought that was funny. Yeah. So I think we could probably wrap up about now. So y'all don't have to go home unless you had anything else you wanted to cover.
For the Shoe Minute, really quickly, literally all he did this week was he's an MC for that show.
Unemployed.
No, he's an MC for a show.
For a show?
That I just
we don't
can't remember it every time I see it. Make
for
Me?
I Show Speed? But did
Watch
you meet
Make
up with
Me
I Show
and see Schumann. talk to these kids.
But was he on iShow Speed's stream?
I would be scared if he was on
I
there.
don't
Like,
know.
what the heck is happening? Please don't. No.
Imagine that'd be so random.
And just have like XOCBX just show up randomly. Yeah,
Like,
we're
"Hannah,
promoting our
what's up?"
album.
That'd
What
be
the heck?
funny. That'd be funny though, because I mean, he seems a lot like he'd be a lot because I'm a grown adult, so I can't be doing all them shenanigans and antics.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, he seems like most of the
Yeah,
people
he's
around
fun.
him seem like they're having a fun time. So
Yeah.
you
I
know,
just don't think I could. I'm not keeping up.
yeah, that's true.
It's not happening. As soon as he
These
would have done a
ankles.
backflip, I'd have been like, oh no, I gotta get out.
Would have broke my ankles somehow. My ankles would have faltered.
Basically.
Now,
Just
how's
falling
that
to the
fair?
ground after he like finished. It's like, what just happened?
Like, are
Like,
you
I'm dying.
okay, Auntie?
No, especially after that. Calling me auntie, that'd be so scary.
Well, you know the auntie uncle discourse.
Oh.
Everyone born before 2000 is an uncle or auntie apparently on the internet.
You know what? I'm at this point. Technically, I am an aunt, so
Yeah,
you know what? I can't even complain. So, touche.
All right, guys. You don't have to go home, but you have to get the heck out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining us once again on the Sleepy Idol. Giles, is there anything you want to tell the people before before you continue to traumatize me?
Listen to Armageddon. Yes, Forfeit Gaming. We play games. Usually on Sundays. I don't think we're doing this Sunday. But usually Sundays. And occasionally Mondays, every other Monday. So look out for us on Twitch at Forfeit Gaming.
Check them out. Also, they have an Instagram, not Instagram. Actually, do you guys have an Instagram?
Yes, we do. Yes, I think it's also Forfeit Gaming.
Okay.
We have a YouTube too, but I don't think. Well, actually, no. We have uploaded a video. We have a video with yours truly, and we talk about cosplaying and going to what was it? Katsucon?
Katsucon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was not there, but I was there last year. So,
and it's
I was there in
about to reach
spirit.
1 million views.
Spirit.
So guys, I was there with Navis. Yeah, so make sure you guys go subscribe and check that out. Me, as always, I'm Pink Cloud on Instagram and Twitch. I have uploaded my bicentennial Instagram post to Instagram, so please check it out. I actually did something and went somewhere over the weekend. I went to Fanime, which is a West Coast con, my first West Coast con. It was giving, okay, I can't wait to tell you all about it. It was crazy. Like, if you think like Katsu and Colossal Con was crazy, this was crazy party-wise because people were just partying outside.
So you're saying that we should be going to these things?
Low key, because I was like, no, this is kind of wild because they didn't shut down any. Like, that's one of the things that's kind of annoying about Katsucon now. They seem to shut down like communal gathering part. Like, you can't just do that in the gazebo area anymore. So you have to go to like somebody's hotel room or whatever. But people were just out in the open on the lawn. People were selling food. There were like DJs that set up tents so you could like hop from like DJ. It was crazy. It was actually so insane. So I had a really good time there. The actual con was okay. I mean, there was a lot of events. Yeah. I'm like, the parties.
I'm thinking that this is the actual convention. You're like, no. This is the after party.
I honestly think that's what made the after party kind of nice though, because some guy was telling me about how like he just kind of heard there was like an anime thing going on. So he didn't actually go to the con. He was like a break dancer, and he was like, I heard that people were going to be dancing here, so I can't tell you. Dance.
I mean, he's doing it. He's doing what he likes. And he didn't have to go and be in a convention. That he has no idea what's happening.
I'll say, Fanime, your days are numbered, because tell me why I had to pay $105 to attend that con. $105. Now, granted, it's a 5-day con. I only went for 2 of them.
Well, they're probably like, that's on you.
That's you,
money.
But it was too much for the little actual programming they had. Like, I know people don't go to cons for the programming anymore, but if I'm gonna pay $105, Dio better have a panel there. All right.
Were there like people, like famous people?
Yeah, it was mostly like, so the only famous people I saw were two voice actors, but I think there were other famous. There was some band that people were like, I accidentally like I was like in the dealer's room, and so I left the dealer's room the wrong way. So I guess it was like a secret, not a secret entrance, but it was the way that the band was entering. So I like passed the band while they were going in, and then I look and there's like this long line of these people, and I'm like, these people look crazy. Like they look like I was like, did I just pass a K-pop band or something? Because everyone was like, oh my god, and like stuff. And so like me and my brother were like asking, who the heck is that? And it was some like local rock band. But I was like,
oh. I was gonna like, oh, it's a K-pop. And then you said local too. Like, so I'm like, I really don't know. I'm not over
I mean, some of them are cute because I remember looking at one. I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. All right, like
all these girls are like, you just lived my dream, and you just spoiled it. So ask him to marry you in that moment. That's the only time you have.
Listen, I was trying to help y'all out because now he's single, you know. I used to like walk beside him, like put his sunglasses on, covered my head, and then somebody took a picture of us looking like a paparazzi shot, and then I published it to Instagram. Who's this guy's new mystery girl? Suddenly I'm swept up in the local scene mania. I become a household name, you know.
I thought you were gonna say like you were gonna pretend that you're also famous. I'm like, I'm writing as well. Like, what are you here for?
Whoa, well, famous I see. You know. Listen, that would be even better.
Want to get lunch? Let's get out of here.
Oh snap! Our first X comment. Yay! Since when did they do visual lives on X? You say, get out of here! Get out of here! Listen, we're trying to expand. Oh, by the way, to the people who don't know, we multi-stream this across Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter because apparently that's an option. So, and hopefully, you know, depending, maybe we can expand it to Instagram and things like that. So if you guys have a preference on what platform you like, feel free to join in that platform. We'll see all the comments because they are congregated for us in like a stream. You won't be able to see it, but we'll make sure we bring everything on screen, you know, that we're responding to. So, you know, yeah. Sorry, that's such a funny word. Like, they say, girl, what are you doing? Ariana, is that you? Yeah, anything else before we go?
Listen
Any
to
last? Okay. So listen to Eyes, most latest release. Oh my god, I couldn't even say what it was.
Cindy.
Yes.
Wow, even I like it more than look at that.
Well, of course you're gonna keep up with the podcast daughters.
Sure. Yeah. When I see them, I'll keep up with them.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day and see you next time on The Sweepy.
Why am I always struggling?
Idol. Dream of me.
Don't dream of me.
Jazz, do some egg yolk so we can get the numbers.
I just did
it. Oh, do it again? Everyone, screenshot. Not the immediate no. Stop. It does like a big L instead of a thumbs up. Bye, everyone.
Imagine. Bye.
Oh, don't forget to like the video. Bye.
Subscribe, like, something.
Subscribe, like. Yeah. Okay. Subscribe, like, do that. Wipe your eyes. That's what it seems like. That they're wiping their eyes clean, which is very off-putting to them. Oops.
It does look like that, actually.
Wait a second. Not me not being
날 있어 눈빛과 듯한 길